I'm sure nobody's gonna see this video because I'm once again talking about the things that Mr. Albert Algorithm doesn't like me talking about. But this needs to be said, and at least I can say I tried. The IDF and Mossad under Bibi's leadership is a terror organization no better than Hezbollah or Hamas. And while I know that's not a super hot take at the moment or anything, this time I'm not even specifically referring to what they're doing on Jennifer's side. I am talking about the terror attack they just committed in Lebanon and Syria. And that is exactly what that pager incident was. There's no other way to describe it. If you're not familiar with the incident, Hezbollah uses a lot of low-tech communication devices like pagers and walkie-talkies. And let's just ignore the crime against humanity that Hezbollah has people using pagers in 2024. Seriously, where the hell do you find a pager? And new pagers at that, like they're still making the damn things. Anyway, Hezbollah ordered a bunch of brand new pagers and walkie-talkies like they're 12-year-olds who are gonna have a sleepover apparently. And Mossad, which is the Israeli intelligence agency, and the IDF managed to implant a bunch of those with explosives before they were delivered. Now, if this was a controlled and targeted assassination attempt against a specific enemy combatant, then great, you know, whatever, that's how war goes. But that is not what this was. They did not know specifically who these devices were going to. They did not know where the people who had the devices would be when they went off, and they did not know what potential collateral damage would be caused. And then when these explosives did go off, they went off in public spaces. They killed over a dozen people, including a couple children, and injured nearly 3,000 people. They killed some medical professionals. They destroyed public and private property. They caused untold amounts of trauma to untold numbers of people. And let's be very clear, that was not a flaw in their plan. That was their plan. This was not a targeted attack against Hezbollah. This was psychological warfare against the innocent people of Syria and Lebanon. This was Israel attacking innocent people under the guise of attacking enemy combatants to let those innocent people know that they are not safe from Israeli wrath no matter where they are or what they do. The literal definition of terrorism is the use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians and non-combatants, to achieve a political goal. This was fucking terrorism. This was intentionally reckless violence with the goal of scaring and intimidating people to further Israel's political goals that resulted in the murder of children. Terrorism. The only difference between this and Timothy McVeigh and the Boston Marathon bombers and the Unabomber is that none of them had an entire intelligence agency and army behind them. This seems like a pretty clear violation of the Geneva Convention, and the United States has started wars over this kind of shit. Like multiple wars. Just keep this in mind the next time somebody's like, Israel has the right to defend themselves, and ask themselves what the fuck defending themselves looks like, because it damn sure isn't this. No one has the right to do this or anything they are currently doing. So keep writing your senators and your Congress people on both sides of the aisle, because this is a nonpartisan issue. They're all guilty. Remind them that they are complicit in terrorism and demand that they start holding Israel accountable for their actions, because all the blood that Israel spills is on their hands as well.